felt the positive atmosphere among his own siblings as he found himself in when he moved in with the Declus. Rather than making himself part of the natural flow of love within the home, like most people would, Jason allowed the differences to turn into resentment. Then, over those 2 years, had began to allow his anger to vent towards Nicole anytime that everyone else was gone. Now, at the age of 6, Jason had found himself snapping at Nicole as he looked up at her with his hands rested on his hips. "Now you listen here, little boy," Nicole retorted. "You will never again raise your voice to me in my home. Do you understand me?" Nicole asked as she bent forward to look the tyke eye to eye. Never in Nicole's life did she feel a buildup of frustration anger her so much. Malachi, Ronnie, Eddie, and herself agreed a couple of years prior to take in the child that was orphaned when he came out to be the only survivor of a serious car wreck, an accident that killed his parents, 2 older siblings, and a younger brother, leaving himself to be the only one left within his family. Malachi, Ronnie, Eddie, and Nicole had heard about the accident and then instantly opened their hearts and home to the poor child. A year later, Eddie adopted the child to be his own. "You're not my mom. You can't tell me what to do," Jason yelled again. This time, Jason moved his left hand from his hip and pointed his finger at her. And Eddie isn't my daddy. He can't tell me what to do either." Lowering himself down closer to the floor, Spud remained within the shadows, and then flinched quickly as the form of the shadow changed when Jason took his hand off of his hip. As he inched himself closer to the lad, about 3 feet behind his legs, he decided that just one more outburst from Jason would be his trigger to jump. Suddenly, in what seemed like slow motion, Nicole had reached out towards Jason, and then instantaneously, the boy swung his hand out towards hers as he attempted to hit it. Quickly lunging forward, Spud landed his entire body weight on the back of his legs, just behind the knees, causing him to fall forward. As Jason fell, he bounced his face off of Nicole's legs and the wall next to them. Landing on his chest, Jason quickly turned over and into a sitting position so that he could see what had hit him, only finding the household pet. With tears filling his eyes, Jason swung his balled-up fist towards the small dog and then missed. Jumping up onto Jason's legs, Spud quickly lunged forward again to grab a hold of the arm that had just come within inches of the tip of his nose. Now, with extreme anger, he tightly held the kid's arm within his jaws as he also quickly jabbed his back legs into the soft tissues of Jason's stomach. Then, jumped again, towards the boy's throat as he let go of his arm, this time wrapping his teeth lightly around the kid's neck, and then began to growl. Frightened, Jason held still as Nicole bent forward and carefully picked Spud up off of his chest. "Good job, boy," Nicole said as she pet the top of the dog's head. "Good job." Then, as Nicole continued to hold the dog, she looked down towards the scared child. "Jason, next time I won't stop him." In memory of Kim Iriuruk Ney Jr. 8/22/1975, 1/22/2004. It's in the Blood, Chapter 1. "I can't believe how cold it is today," Belinda whispered as she slowly pulled the quilt off of her head. "We can see our breath." Through the cool bedroom air, Belinda peered at the alarm clock, knowing beforehand that it wasn't yet time to get up. This knowledge was awfully clear as the sun shined brightly through the frosted bedroom window, illuminating hers and Ronnie's breath. "I know. I think that the cold air is what has kept me awake all night," Ronnie responded as he slowly turned over onto his back. Turning his head, he looked into Belinda's face as she rested herself up on one elbow looking over him. As Ronnie's eyes met hers, he softly smiled